Hello, this is Virginia. I wanted to read a story that I had typed up. It's a story I've known for a long time, but I actually wanted to put it down. It's called The Princess and the Wolf. Once upon a time, in the county of Cork, there was a great royal family who lived in a hidden kingdom. The king and queen had a princess who grew up to roam freely within the Marleau Wood. Though she was warned many times to watch for the evil of the wood, she never befell any harm. Unbeknownst to anyone, she was watched and protected by the great wolf. He followed her everywhere, tracked ahead, and cleared the forest of any ill-tempered beings within range of the princess. As she grew, she became more and more beautiful by every full moon. The great wolf already held her in his heart, but realized his love for her by the time of her 14th birthday. He came upon the conclusion that she could never hold any love for him. She wasn't even aware of his existence. He made the decision to keep protecting her from a distance until the end of his life. Though it saddened him to watch from afar, he felt pure joy upon seeing her every day. For still another 7 years passed of the same routine, and just before the celebration of her 22nd birthday, the princess grew into a deathly illness that kept her bedridden for weeks. The great wolf knew nothing of this, however knew something was terribly wrong. He went to the princess's favorite clearing and fell into a deep, dark sleep. While the princess was sick, she too had fallen into a deep sleep. In those weeks, she began to dream the most wondrous and fantastic of things, though it did not start as wondrous as it became. A dark, tall being followed her as she roamed the Marleau Wood in her sleep. This scared her, as she had never seen anything as such before. When the figure came upon her, a great knight in armor of gold and silver stepped between the figure and her. The gold dragon blazed across his chest piece seemed to move of its own accord. The silver wolf upon his back watched her with bright eyes as the dragon helped the knight fight away the danger. Once the danger had passed, this great knight turned to her. He asked if she was injured in any way. She had not fallen to any harm. All thanks and praise be to her savior. Then, before her very eyes, the knight morphed into the most beautiful wolf she had ever seen. She fell madly in love with this wolf knight. Her every thought turned to him. Still in sleep, the wolf knight protected her through the woods, and every day she grew stronger as the illness slowly slipped away. When once she woke, she knew she had to go into the woods. She felt sad and empty by losing the wolf knight in waking. The great wolf in the wood also awoke. Sensing her approach the area, he left to scout for danger. She approached her clearing, knowing it had been occupied quite recently. She called out for her wolf knight, asking to see his face just once more. The great wolf, upon hearing the request, slowly stepped from his hiding. He was the wolf of her dreams. She was sure of it. The wolf wondered if she had it wrong. Not me, thought he. How could the most beautiful maiden of the lands fall suddenly for a worn old wolf? She insisted he accompany her back to the castle grounds. He did, albeit reluctantly. He liked his seclusion and quiet, and was nervous to be seen by humans. The wise queen had already foreseen the next couple of months, yet still to happen. She smiled as she saw the wolf knight and the princess approach. The king, however, was not so entertained by the thought of this strange creature watching his daughter with the love of which he felt. The princess had already made up her mind to wed her wolf knight, and the queen had already seen it happen in her visions. The great wolf did not care if he received approval of the king, but the princess loved and respected her parents dearly. Knowing this, the great wolf approached the king and asked for his daughter's hand in marriage. The king called upon many of the land to find the story of this wolf. Upon hearing of the great wolf's bravery, resolve, and strength, the king decided that this was the perfect being to protect his daughter. The king immediately approved of the union and set all of the affairs in order for the celebrations and ceremonies. They were quickly wed in 3 short months, and as far as we know, lived full, wondrous lives. And that's the end. I feel like the ending is a little too blunt and short, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening.